following is the criteria for the Valedictorian Award. The Department of Kinesiology and Health Sciences Valedictorian Award mirrors the criteria used by the Emma Eccles Jones College of Education and Human Services and the Utah State University as a whole. Students nominated as valedictorians for their departments and colleges meet the highest academic standards. Students must have the highest USU GPA in their department and meet a 3.5 GPA minimum. Greater consideration is given to students who are completing their first bachelor's degree, students who have a greater number of letter-graded credits earned at USU with a minimum of 60, and students who will be attending the graduation ceremony.
My name is Tori Hepworth, and I am a kinesiology major with an emphasis in physical education. My post-graduation plans are to teach PE at a charter school in Salt Lake, and one of the things that I'll miss at Utah State is playing intramurals.
Hello, I am pleased to explain the criteria for the Salutatorian Award. Quite simply, the recipient of the Salutatorian Award must meet the same initial criteria as the recipient of the Valedictorian Award. Once the awardee for Valedictorian is determined, there may still be more than one or two, in fact, even several high-achieving students who would then be considered for the Salutatorian Award. If all candidates have met the initial criteria, additional criteria are considered to narrow the choice down to only one student. For example, greater consideration is given to students who have a lower number of repeated courses. Also, students who have a lower number of pass-fail option courses are given greater consideration. Students who have a lower number of transfer credits, students who earned higher quality transfer credits, and so on, are each given greater consideration for the Salutatorian Award. Congratulations to this year's award recipients.
Hi, I'm Madison Budge. I majored in health education and promotion with an emphasis in health science. My postgraduate plans are to apply to get into a Master's of Science of Physician Assistant Studies program. And my favorite thing about Utah State was all of my professors and my major. I love being able to work with other students that shared the same passions that I did and that were also just really good people.
I'm happy to explain the criteria for the Outstanding Senior Award for the Kinesiology and Health Science Department. An outstanding senior is selected for each of the 3 majors and 4 concentrations in the department. Like the Valedictorian and Salutatorian recipients, the outstanding senior candidates must also meet the initial criteria, that is, they must have the highest USU GPA in their major/concentration after the selection of the Valedictorian and Salutatorian. They must meet a minimum USU GPA of 3.5 with at least 60 credits earned at Utah State University. If there is more than one student who meets this criteria, additional criteria are considered to narrow the choice. Students who are selected for any of these awards are certainly well-deserving. They have been chosen from a very competitive group of students. Of the nearly 250 students graduating from the Kinesiology and Health Science Department, more than one-half had a USU GPA of 3.5 and higher. 22 of our graduating seniors will graduate summa cum laude with a USU GPA of 3.95 and higher. Another 50 students will graduate this year magna cum laude with a USU GPA of 3.8 and higher. And finally, 63 students will graduate cum laude with a USU GPA of 3.5 and higher.
My name is Emily Nielsen. I'm majoring in recreation administration. After college, I plan on continuing my job at Maloof for a little while and then hopefully ending up in the travel and tourism industry. And my favorite memory on the USU campus is the first day of my sophomore year. I went and rode the Ferris wheel on the quad with some of my friends.
Hi, my name is Brendan Jones. I majored in health education and promotion with an emphasis in the health sciences. This August, I am starting dental school at the University of Utah in Salt Lake City. And one of the things that I'm going to miss a lot about Utah State is going to be attending basketball games and football games with all my friends.
Hi, my name is Kelly Funk. My major is in health education and promotion with an emphasis in community health. After graduation, I plan on continuing to work at Rising Stars Therapeutic Writing Center, where I did my internship. We do hippotherapy and therapeutic horse riding for children and adults with disabilities. I was lucky enough to play volleyball at Utah State, and so I'll definitely miss that. A lot of my memories were around competing and getting to know my teammates, but I'll definitely miss the people and community at Utah State.
Hi, I'm Felicia Truman, and I'm graduating from the Kinesiology department with an emphasis in exercise science. After graduation, I'm planning on taking a break. I had a baby last June, and so I've had to finish this last year with a baby in tow. It's been hard work, but I've loved it, and I'm looking forward to being able to be a mom and just spend time with him. I loved USU intramural sports. I did soccer and futsal for a few years and actually met my husband while playing soccer, and we loved being able to do that together.
My name is Christopher Long. I majored in kinesiology, the pre-physical therapy emphasis. After graduation, I plan to attend a graduate program here at Utah State in kinesiology as well. My favorite memory of Utah State is having picnics on the quad in the summertime with my wife.
My name is Ellie Larson. I'm graduating in Human Movement Science with an emphasis in physical education teaching. I plan to work full-time while my husband finishes his engineering degree. The one thing I'll remember most about USU is the friends that I lost, the friends that I gained, and most of all the man that I married. He has taught me more about myself than anyone else. See, we don't know what opportunities life is going to give us, but what we should know is we must choose to take those opportunities. I'm glad that I took the opportunities that USU brought to me. It has altered the course of my life forever. Go Aggies!